What's up, everybody? Let me reframe this last talk for your clarity. And I assume that people who listen in on what I have to say know that telekinesis and the PKs, the psychokinesises, are real. And when you get into your boy Einstein, spooky action at a distance, and telling you about how thoughts travel. And so if we think of this entire thing of what I was explaining about sunshine as seeding itself, if we think of thoughts, it's the same way you can think of somebody and all of a sudden they call you. That's not coincidence. I mean, that's coincidence. It's a coincident, but where does that come from? It's because that seed reproduces itself infinitely, immediately. And that's what your thought does. And what you see here is a time wave delay. It goes basically to your higher self, your higher source, the infinite immediacy of programming and sub-planning and planting reality. And then it goes through a couple realms of saying, hey, is this actually what you want here? Because it gives you a little bit of time to decide, is that exactly what you'd like? But we can even see it happen immediately on this realm when you really want to talk to somebody. You're like, I've really been thinking about this person. And it happens immediately. Well, that is the seed reproducing itself. That's the sun reproducing itself. And if you rewind this to the most basic of instructions and ideas of this being a meta world, a meta realm, that it's all inside of your mind, that this world is created out of your mind, then the sun is only part of your mind as well. So it'd be only doing what your mind would do. Thought happens instantaneously. You don't know where it comes from. You don't know where it goes. It's just what you amplify and regurgitate and multiply frequently, meaning AM and FM. And regurgitation, meaning if you believe in it, you'll repeat it and say it, or you'll write it down, or you'll... And so this is the power of those things, to chalk into your reality, to draw into the things that you desire. Earlier I did a little video on some cloud busting. I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to release it because it was kind of it was like 5 minutes and puppies were running around, but it was a very dark day, and all of a sudden all those clouds are gone, and that's exactly what I said would happen. And it's right above my head that now it's sun shining, and I'm standing in a fountain. I've been here for half an hour. Now, for me, that half an hour here, that's just our concept. That's just what we see as time. Hi, baby. What up, little puppy head? Hi. What you doing? So, yeah, let me, I'll just close with the same idea, that these thought forms and these ideas that you have then become your... it happens instantaneously. It becomes your reality. Most people think of this time delay, but as I've tried to explain to people in my earliest works of how it actually works, like a boomerang, and going through certain types of frequency and amplitude modulations, and how you receive it back to yourself. You have to look at it as seed planting. Everything is seed planting, whether it's information from your mind, as in the telekinesis world, and being able to even, and this is why people can see future events, because they're not future. It's just one wave or timeline that they live on, that if they know that to happen, then you'll be participating in that tube or tunnel or wave of time that they also participate in. It's why there are all of these. You know, you can point to these people in history and we go, oh, they were able to predict the future. Well, yeah, they predicted a future and then everybody followed it. I've talked about this in the way a grimoire is written. I've talked about this in the way that you could look at books that are written that actually happened after the book was written. You could look at the Bible. You could look at the Quran. You could look at all of these holy books, and all they are is they're grimoires. They're some magician that actually gave it out to a bunch of people unknowingly, and they participated in some imagination of someone else. So this is all for you to capture back your own imagination and to start writing and delivering your own experience back to yourself, and stop being You know, they say, why do they call it a subject? If a king has subjects, yeah, make everything else subject to you. This is the objective and subjective reality. A king is objective. A king is akin to things. Everything else is subjective. So make things your subjects. And realize that your mind and your thoughts and ideas are reproducing themselves infinitely. And there's nothing to worry about, because if you have bad thoughts, because everybody does, and weird ones, you can always amplify the better ones, and the silly ones go away. It's just that easy. Think more about the good things, think less about the what you'd call negative or bad things. Think more about the experiences you want. And the thing about meditation is you get into a place where you allow and train your mind to let the thoughts just cruise through your brain, and you don't attach yourself to them. And you see how crazy and bizarre and strange some are, and how wonderful and beautiful others are. And then you entertain the ones that are going to serve you. Because this is all about, as I made this other video today, about being selfish. Get exactly what it is that you desire in this life. Because when you're gone out of here, you're gone. You can leave on a legacy and all that if you want, but usually that legacy is, as they say, you know, the buildings of Rome have fallen and collapsed, and these pyramids in Egypt, they're gone, but the ideas live on. So it's easy to remind yourself with an idea when you come back here if you forget. The idea will always tell you. You're looking at this, everybody's looking at these archaeological sites and going, oh, what is this thing? How did it come about? Blah, blah, blah. We're so confused. What are these people in Hollywood doing? Oh, they're crazy. And oh, what about these pyramids and all of these ideas and this strangeness that the media puts out in front of you? It's like, well, just push that to the side and go, hey, how did you get here? What's your mind doing? And what can you do to actually affect your life and your immediate environment? Have a beautiful day, y'all. Enjoy the sunshine.